Block printing is one of the earliest forms of creating patterned fabric. Traditionally, wooden blocks would be carved with designs and then printed into the length of fabric. While these blocks would normally be one-sided, this project calls for creating a four-sided block, allowing for a variety of printmaking possibilities. Additionally, no carving is needed. Create patterns on the wood block using ready-made materials, including classroom scraps, chunky yarn, suede lacing, wonder foam. Each material will print in its own unique way. Wonder foam can be cut to create very precise designs, while yarn will imprint more texture. Experiment using different materials and designs. Let's get started. First, working one section at a time, start with a piece of graphics double tack mounting film. Cut to the size of the block. First, burnish by pressing firmly into the block on the back side of the double tack to take out any bubbles or gaps. Then, remove the second sheet of backing paper, leaving the adhesive on the block. Now, choose a material to make a design. There's some cut pieces of wonder foam here. And let's put some chunky yarn on the other side. Now notice I've only used one material per side to keep the design relatively even at the surface. This ensures that the design will print evenly. I prefer leaving two opposing sides of the block uncovered, allowing it to be gripped in hand when applying ink and printing. Either the long or the short sides can be left open, depending on the desired design or comfort in gripping the block. Here I'm using lace cording, and I'll finish the block using a wooden piece. When all four sides of the block are covered, coat the design with matte medium. It's important to coat the design as well as the negative spaces where the double tack is exposed in order to seal it, creating a smooth, non-tacky surface. The number of coats needed will depend on the material used, meaning each side of the block may need a different number of coats. Less porous materials like wonder foam or the wooden piece here may only need 1 or 2 coats, whereas a thick, fluffy yarn may need 4 or 5 coats of matte medium. Be sure to get the sides of the material that you're using to ensure good coverage. Be sure to allow each coat of medium to dry before adding another. The block is ready to print when all the design surfaces are hard to the touch. Now, let's print. I have a piece of fabric stretched onto cardboard, and it's just held down with pieces of tape in the corner. I'm using jacquard textile colors, and I have them in a little plastic palette, but you can also use palette paper. Use a foam brush to dab the color onto the surface of the block. You can apply the color, just the design portion. Press the block firmly and evenly into the fabric. Repeat the printing process using different sides of the block to create the whole pattern. Colors can be changed and prints can be layered if the textile color below is dry. It's good to have some paper towels ready to wipe off excess ink when changing colors. To clean the block when done printing, simply Wet a paper towel or use a baby wipe to remove the ink. There may be some staining or residue left behind, but that shouldn't affect the future use of the block. When the design is complete and fully dry, heat set with an iron. For an instructional PDF complete with step-by-step instruction, a material list, and national standards, visit dickblick.com/lessonplans or scan the code.